Mr. Bishy. Oh, I was only 1 minute late. And Bishy's not even here to bitch at me, is she? Oh, I thought I was ready to. I forgot my laptop. Hey guys, welcome in. Hey Pete. Today's gonna be military stuff. And I am going to do the pre-listed stuff at starting at 6 Eastern time, so in an hour. I'm gonna do the stuff that has pre-bids. So if you haven't looked at the pre-listed stuff, take a minute right now and scroll down through it and place any pre-bids that you want or do it in the next hour. I'm not going to show everything unless it has bids. Uh, the stuff's pretty cheap, pretty low starting prices. Um, I've got a lot of ephemera here. I've got photos, postcards, some magazines, a lot of field manuals, and that sort of thing. I've got some really heavy stuff. I will wait till the end to do that. Um, if nobody wants to bid on the heavy stuff, I'm gonna box it up for Sunday and just make flat rate boxes full of this stuff. I've got some manuals that are like 3 inches thick. Yes, it's mostly not pre-listed. It's the photos, postcards, uh, field manuals, different. It's ephemera. Magazines.
Frank,
Whoops.
Frank,
Shut up. Um, but I'm gonna start doing that here in just a minute or so. Uh, just show and sell, like the show notes say. No uniforms. I got it's mostly ephemera this time. Uh, there's some patches and some pieces of uniforms in the pre-listed stuff, but mostly ephemera. So scroll down through my auction. If you don't know how to do it, you click there, and then up at the top, you click auction. I'll be starting that stuff at 6 o'clock. But I'm only going to run it if it has pre-bid. So if there's something you see that you want me to run, make sure it has a pre-bid. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I'll start with some photos. And I'm going to do lots of about 10 photos. These are all military related photos. I'll just put them in a big pile if 10 or so isn't worth $2 to people. I do have a couple lots that are in the pre-listed stuff that were found together in the States. They're all the same type of photo. I got to listen to music. It'll drive me insane. Since I started listening to music during these, I can't do it without music. What do you guys want to listen to? I was just gonna say nobody's answering. It's gonna be boy bands. I need my music to rant. So all this stuff comes from different estates. If you've never been to one of my military shows before, I don't buy a lot of military stuff. I acquire military stuff. Um, War music. We're gonna go with World War II. I assume that's the war you were talking about and not like the Revolutionary War. Go ahead, Batmom. You ran away. That guy looks like he's shaving. I think he's shaving. Yes, he's shaving with his helmet on a garbage can. So that's the first lot. There are some photos that are in the free listed stuff. Thank you, Mom. Okay, and I guess I should say this too. Uh, I'm not an expert on this stuff, but some of the manuals I have are obvious reprints. Um, you use your best judgment. Some of them say reprints right on the cover. I'll tell you what my opinion is, but you're buying what you're seeing. So this one's some sort of report on the Senate Permanent Committee on Investigations uh, on Government Operations from 1954. I'm sorry, Batmom. That is running. Mexican military. Uh, if I do, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I'm in Pennsylvania. Thank you, Mom. Okay, this is going to be a lot of military postcards. Unused on that one. These look like they're probably World War One era. Big crease in that one. The artist looks like it's Wall on all these. And I'm going to set the counter bid time to 5 seconds. So that's running. How many kids did you have in the military that long? Thank you, Mom Terry. That has nothing to do with military. It's on top of the stack. I was never in any sort of service at all. A few of my relatives were, but that's about it. The story of the Ordnance Corps, U.S. tanks, and self-propelled artillery. Looks like a self-published thing. It's got pictures. Comes from the Ordnance Museum at Aberdeen Proving Grounds. Somebody thought it was $10. That one's running. Thank you, Backbone. And we'll do another small load of snapshots. It's dated 1945. It's got their names on it and says it's in Luxembourg. A little girl sitting on a Jeep. German vehicles near whatever that says, ranches. Apparently, there's supposed to be a plane up there. Port Adolf in Luxembourg. Lee at home in Normandy is what it says in the back of that one. And, one more. And a guy in his uniform with a little kid. So that lot is running. With all the ones I just showed you. And if you guys are Rewards Club members, I got more coupons up there than you can use, but make sure you use them in any of the shows that you're in if you have them, because the rewards season ends here in a couple weeks, I think. Maybe quicker. You poor children, Batmom. Radio frequency transmission lines. Bureau of Ships, Navy Department. 1944. And that's running. Pretty nice condition. Don't take too much time to show these manuals and stuff. Thank you, Bathball. This is folded up and it's got some wear to it, but it's a Thomas Dewey campaign poster from 1944. That is running. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Technical manual for Dynamotor Unit BD77C, whatever that is, from 1943. This thing is really nice. I guess that's what it is. Real nice condition. I assume because they didn't have to actually use it. So that is running. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Vintage, unused McGovern campaign bumper stickers. Looks like there's 6 of them. So those are running. Full size bumper stickers. Great if your name is McGovern. Thanks again, Bath Bomb. Supplement to July 1951 power unit, whatever PE. It's like a generator. Real nice condition. That one is running. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Another lot of photos. I probably do have some military stuff on my website, which is beforetimes.shop. If you've never been to my website, I usually have some military stuff there. Not much though. See any captions at all on the back of these ones? Nothing. Those are running. All those snapshots. Thank you. 97 U.S. Air Force core values. Didn't look like they read it. It's brand new. 1997. That is running. Thank you, Bath Bomb. The War Pantheon. Don't know what this is. It says war on it, so it gets stuck in the military stuff. Something from France. Says war. Thank you, Bath Bomb. All right, a little lot on the next one here. This is a negative. Looks like a Navy sailor and his woman. Couple patches. And a little photo pouch. It's got some wear to it. So that's the lot that is running. Thank you, Bath Bomb. American Revolution Bicentennial Commemorative Medal. First day cover stamps. It's got the coin in there. $1972. So that one's running. A little bit of creasing to the envelope. Thank you, Oracle Zero. Insurance. Do another lot of postcards. USS Alabama. And that was postmarked in 1907. It's another one of those wall ones that's unused. And another one. So World War One and pre-World War One era. This one's probably World War II era linen. So those 5 cards are running. Thank you, Mom Terry. (1940) LM-7 Aircraft Frequency Measuring Equipment Manual. If I know, I can try to say it out loud so you can hear. Pretty nice condition, 1940 aircraft manual. And it's got fold outs. It's running. Fold out schematics in it and diagrams. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Some sort of little air fighters pamphlet or book by Milton Bradley. Don't see a date on it. Oh, right there, 1962. Concise history of World War I fighter pilots and the planes they flew to glory. Thank you, Beth. And we're going to do a photo lot next. This is a NRA member envelope from 1933. Nothing in it, but it's got the NRA eagle on the side. That is right. Okay, it's cut open. Thank you, Supreme Hoarder Picking Eyewall 7. Boy, that's a long username if you have to put it in to sign in anywhere. Thank you. All right, another photo lot. That one somebody took out of a scrapbook or a photo album. No captions on those. And that is a real photo postcard there. And I don't think I could make out what was on this drum. But two drummers walking along the path there. So you get all those, and those are running. World War I era, real photo postcard, and the rest are snapshots. Thank you, Bath Bomb. And if you just join me, I'm going to start running the pre-listed stuff with pre-bids at 6 o'clock Eastern time. All right, these are a little bit worn. I'm going to put two of them together here. Test equipment from 1944. Manual And that's a War Department manual for a power unit from 1943. It's got some staining, a little bit worn. So you're going to get both of those manuals, and those are running. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Do you have any shows scheduled, Bath Bomb? No caption on this. World War One era. No caption. No idea where it's at. I am not very knowledgeable. I assume that a soldier just took a picture of that lady cleaning. It's a little bit warpy. There's just some mountains. Yeah, any oh yeah, there's these are not really soldier related here, but I believe they came from somebody that was stationed overseas took these, because there are in this little stack of ones like this, there are ones with people in uniform. Hey, Jen. Bath bomb. I wasn't paying attention. You want me to hold off and do we keep laying them down for a while? I didn't eat. These all look European. Okay. You can see they're a little bit warpy. Some sort of military boat. And there's a soldier and his blurry friend. Some sort of military truck in the background. And there's some sort of Navy boat, ship. I don't see any captions on the back of any of these. So that's going to be the lot. Nice big lot. Thank you, Pete. And it's going to be another little postcard lot. Military activities of the Army. Looks like it was postmarked in 1952. One of those ones. Those aren't individual postcards. It's just for you to look at. West Point Band. Real nice condition on that one. West Point Cadet Chapel. Also unused. USS Pennsylvania on Puget Sound. And that one is dated 1942 and it's got a message on it. Destroyers on Puget Sound, also from 1942. Forming a parade. Unused on that one. And we'll have one more. Bag inspection at the Naval Training Station, Newport, Rhode Island. And that one has a message and was sent in 1940. So get that little lot of military postcards. Thank you, Supreme. War Department Basic Field Manual, Military Intelligence, Counterintelligence, Yankee Air Force Library, Willow Run Airport. And that's from 1940. Real nice condition on it. That's right. Thank you, Mom. I'll do another field manual before I'm going to do a lot of snapshots next. This was War Department Basic Field Manual, Military Intelligence, Military Maps. And again, this one's from the Air Force Library at Willow Run, also from 1940. Very nice condition. It's got some sort of fold-out chart in the back. It's got some colored maps and everything. That one's really. Thank you, Bad Phone. Okay, a little stack of snapshots here. I don't know what it says. Somebody's a swell guy. I'm 38 years old. It's like I don't know, Korean twins maybe? They're not American. Certainly not white girls. The guy looks like he's giving the other guy a haircut in the jungle. No captions. Couple ladies in the jungle. These are two of the villagers something. No caption on that one. No caption on that one. Sort of military truck and the camp in the background. Shirtless army guys. Shirtless army guy by a big truck. So that's the lot. And that is right. Welcome in. We just joined you for doing military stuff. Mostly ephemera tonight. At 6 o'clock, I'll be running the pre-listed stuff with pre-bids. Thank you, Pete. A little bit mangled down there in the bottom. 1943 War Department Technical Manual for Radio Sets. All those sets. It's also got inside of it a supplemental manual for radio sets. It suffered a wound down there. So you get kind of rough manual in the corner and the supplement that comes with it. That's running. Think back on. All right, you get this whole little lot. I found these together. It was probably some dead guy's wallet. Or they were probably in some dead guy's wallet at one point. There's a Veterans of Foreign Wars card, number card from 1987, Military Order of the Cootie of the United States, some business cards, community market card, State Sheriff's Association card, just business cards, Boy Scouts, 41st Infantry Division, Potomac 1987 Knights of Columbus card, some more business cards, a Trump Casino and hotel card. That's probably a collectible. A Mac card. Just stuff from somebody that was a veteran's wallet that somebody thought was worth saving. The way I found it all together. It's running. Thank you, momentarily. Let's do this hat. Army Navy Union. No pin on it there. Some enameled pins. Pin with ribbons. It's dirty. Unlaundered. And it's got some holes in it from, looks like there were other pins attached to it at one time. But this is Erie County, Buffalo, New York, Navy Vets hat. That's running. And one pin said past commander on it. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Oh no, Supreme. Thank you, Supreme. All right. Another hat. I don't know what this is. It says Weber Nancy. I don't know. It was a 80s Navy hat, felt, wool. It's like it's in pretty decent condition. French? It could be. I'm not very knowledgeable about this stuff, which is why it's nice to sell it and whatnot, because I can just show everybody real quick, and the people that know what it is, and I don't have to research it. And I just rely on there being two people in the room that know what something is to get a little bit out of it. Thank you, Supreme. Okay, I'm gonna do another lot of photos here. That building, that building has painted on it Gott Strafe England, 1914, 1915, which I guess translates to God uh, punished England. French military cap. No captions on these. Again, there's a lot of look like they were probably just taken by somebody that was stationed overseas in Europe. I don't know what's going on there, but there's looks like there's several different types of uniform, and that guy on the end's wearing a gas mask. Vietnam era. Well, I'm reading with the cat. Obviously these aren't Vietnam era. What the hell's he got? What's he holding? I have no idea what he's holding. A loaf of bread, maybe? Something very phallic looking. Is it a saxophone? I don't see the end of it. I don't know. Could be. Let's see the horn end. Again, no captions. I have absolutely no idea. I'm guessing these are European or taken in Europe anyway. So it kind of looks like a jungle there. You zoomed in on it. I tried with the uh, magnifying glass. But see, these were all together. I'm going to do this lot and then I'm going to do the rest of these. You got another little stack here. These were all found together. There's looks like they're from all over the place, but they were. It was a bong or a saxophone or a loaf of bread or some sort of plant. That one's got a sign on that. Route Bardi. I don't know. It looks like French on the sign there. So that's running. You get all those ones I just showed you. Bunch of them. Including the guy with the saxophone or bong or whatever it was. I thought the one was interesting with them standing around with the one that had the gas mask on. Thank you, Mom Terry. All right, this isn't really war related, but it's kind of patriotic themed, I guess. Presidents of the USA, Tip Top Bread. It's got a wheel on it that turns. A little bit of rust on the rivet in the center, but it's a Tip Top advertising piece with info on the presidents. I don't know where Bishy is. Mr. Bishy said she was driving. It works. It's got the picture and the names and dates and stuff on it. Thank you, Beth Mom. Just start tagging the hell out of her. No, she said something come up. Probably don't want to do that. Maybe she doesn't want to be bothered. Or she didn't want to sit through this one or the other. War Department, Technical Manual, Fundamentals of Mechanical Drawing, 1943. And this one also came from the Air Force Library at Willow Run Airport. Very nice condition. You're being mesmerized and subdued by the big band music that we're playing here from the 40s. So that one's running. Technical Drawing Manual from 1943. Bath bomb. Okay, the next one is a sort of a yard long, but it's not quite a yard long. Maybe half a yard long. Somebody rolled it up badly, so it's got all sorts of creases. Medical staff, Lovell, General Hospital, Fort Devens, November 1941. I didn't roll it up like that. Somebody else did. That's running. It's not quite a yard long. 1941. That guy's looking at something else. Something's happening over there to the side that only he sees. Thank you, David. All right, here's another one of these coins. I don't know, is that the same as that coin? American Revolution Bicentennial Commemorative Medal 1972. I think it's the same as the last one. I only had two of these. So that is running. It's like a first day cover, stamps on it. And it's got a coin in there. Look at that phone. Military Ball, Ohio State University, 1954. Jerry Wald with the four aces were there. Wow. But it's like a program. That's right. Thank you, Supreme. Okay, I'm gonna do one more lot of photos, and then I'll start on the pre-listed stuff. And again, I'm only gonna run the stuff that has pre-bids. So if there's something down here in the pre-listed auction tab that you want me to run, make sure it has a pre-bid, because I'm not gonna run them if they don't. Uh, I'm not gonna pull them out of the things. So this is gonna be, you're gonna get this many photos. There's quite a few here. I'll show them. No caption there. It's like some sort of barracks, no caption on that. Something's going on there in the background. Soldiers, very small in the background. Oops. Digging a hole of some sort. Part of the highway we had to cross, and hangar, which was in the way in the background, which was torn down. No caption on that one. It looks like they're going under barbed wire. This looks like it's got, I don't know, Swedish, something on the back of it. Polish, I don't know. This guy's in uniform in a train engine. Come out of a scrapbook. Sure, P, and that one's a cut down real photo postcard. That's the last one. So that is running. You get all of those pictures. Big range of ages and subject matters. Well, it's like Americans and Europeans. Thank you, Supreme. Give me 1 sec to grab the pre-bids. Take a look down through the list. Make sure there's nothing you would like me to run. Want me to run it? Just place a opening pre-bid on it. Okay. Sits the opener. Okay, now I think it says in the description of this, these were all found together. Somebody's estate. They were found basically like this, and they all seem to be about the same size. It says R. Bowers on the back of that. D8 cat. Looks like somebody's name then. Asphalt plant with cranes. So I'm not going to read all the backs of them, but they look like a lot of them. Looks like almost all of them have captions. See, it looks like the people are probably identified. But I'm just going to show the fronts. No idea where this asphalt plant is at, but there's guys in military uniforms, and there's a military vehicle looking thing in the photos. That was kind of blurry. got toothpaste. The other one's smoking a pipe. Having some kind of bulldozer uniform. So I'm going to go ahead and start this while I show the last ones, but they're all basically the same. It's military guys working on equipment in an asphalt plant, apparently. Whoops. So that is running. You get everything I just showed you plus whatever I'm still showing you. And you get the whole stack. There's some sort of train, limey locomotive. Thank you, Mom Terry. And Terry, while I'm dicking around getting the next item, if you haven't looked at the rewards up there, take a look. There's some coupons up there. If you click on that crown up at the top. Okay, this is a significant stack of snapshots. I don't know what kind of camera took these. They're tiny. And you get that many of them. And look how tiny they are. That's a guy in uniform on a motorcycle. It's a neat photo, but it's super tiny. Um, there's a normal size quarter. That's how big they are. So it's going to take forever to show these. So I'm not going to take forever. Uh, that one is dated 1940, December 1944 on it. I'm going to go through these real quick. It's going to be hard to see them, but there's a ton of them there. So you're going to get a general idea. It's going to, going to be hard to see. It would take me forever to show these slowly. That one's blurry. There's some that have soldiers in them. It's like that's a wrecked airplane. Oh, there's a lot of landscape views, like their European theater. Do I buy items? Yeah, that's how I get the stuff. Whoops. I don't really focus on buying military stuff. I just have a military show. I just gather stuff up that I find in estates mostly and save it for a military show. Don't make too much effort to buy individual military stuff. Every once in a while I do if it's something I know I can make money on. More motorcycle picks, but I'm not very knowledgeable. Looks like there was a motorcycle sitting there and a bunch of different people went over and hopped on it and got their picture taken. But there's so many. I think he's sleeping on the back of a truck. They're hard to see. So you get the idea. I'm going to run this, and it'll be somewhat of a surprise. Uh, yeah. Everybody that buys off me buys and sells military and stuff, probably. And they probably know what they're doing. So if you have something that's something, so you get the idea. Look how many's left. There's all these. There's probably hundreds and hundreds of them. Military postcards. So I'm going to run them. You're not going to see them all. Your best bet is just to take it and get what you can from an antique dealer locally if you travel, and they're really hard to sell on here. So this is running. You get all those ones that I mostly showed them to you, plus all these ones. I'll flip through them as it's running. We're having a couple at a time on some of them. Thank you, Mom Terry. Yeah, those travel postcards, those souvenir ones are. I mean, I've sold 2-inch stacks of them on here for $1, and I've sold 2-inch stacks of them for $25. It just depends on who's in the room, and but they're real hard to sell because I mass produce them and they're not as collectible as the other ones. All right, this next thing is a piece of bamboo, it looks like. And you've all had time to look at this in the photos to see if you can see what it says. You know, I'll bet, I don't know where I put that. Eight AI. This has a pre-bid too, and we'll do that in a little bit. Let me check that name against these discharge papers. Does that name looks familiar? Yeah. So this is eight I or AI. It has pre-bid, so we'll do it. But this has got the this guy's name on it. So there's the discharge papers of the guy who has his name written on whatever this is. But I'm just doing this one right now. It's on the screen, the 8AF. And Fort Adami or something enlisted in the WA Army, July 1901. Something 1880. I can't make out what it says really. And I don't know what it is. It's like a piece of bamboo, something. I don't know if it's a ramrod, what it is. But that's what you're bidding on. And this guy's name here, this Ricard or Record E. Tober or Toller, one of the discharge papers that I'll do in a little bit has his name on it. So that is running. Thank you for the pre-bids, guys. 35th Company, Fort something. Says when he was discharged. Message in a bamboo. The discharge paper would probably fit in there. I know nothing. I think I actually did try to look this up and I couldn't figure out what it was. And I'm guessing if somebody knows what it is, they're probably not going to tell the rest of us. So thank you, Superior. Okay, I'm going to do those discharge papers right now. There's other things that have pre-bids before them. But since we just did that, I'm going to do the discharge papers with that guy's name on it right now. Okay, this is 8AI. And I think there's 3 of them here and some other piece of some other form of some sort. This is the way I found them. They were all rolled up together. And that's the guy's name that was on that wood thing. This one's from 1904. This one's the same guy too. This one's from 1908. So that was probably a thing to hold these, I'm guessing. It wasn't in it when I found it though. And this one's in 1901. And then it's got this carbon copy typewritten thing from 1911. I'm not sure what it is, but it says something about funds for purchase of liquid coffee, I think is what it says. But I don't want to pull these out too much. I think they're all there. Just they're kind of brittle and they've been rolled up for 100 years. Excellent character. But you get all of them. The 3 of the papers and that whatever that coffee paper was. So that is right. 15 seconds. And they're all for that guy's name that was on that bamboo tube. Thank you, Supreme. I didn't look the guy up. Hopefully, he was somebody that was did something interesting. Okay, 7BE is next. Okay, this was ripped out of an album. The album was falling apart, and I saved this together because it's identified, and the rest of the album were just common photos of people. But that's identified. He's got his uniform on, his hat, Leonidas Hayden, and there he is with apparently his wife. That's the back of the photo. So there's no tax stamp on it. It's from Pittsburgh, PA, without the G. And there's the back of that photo. But you're going to get the album. You're going to get the album pages and the photos. These are CDV size, just like they're pictured. And that is running. And that was how it was identified when I found it in the album. Thank you, Vic. Oh, that's what I love to hear, Pete. I was trying to bid so much money and it wouldn't work. It's been happening a lot lately. It's as irritating as it is for you as a buyer. It's even more irritating for sellers when they know they could have sold the thing for more. Probably your best bet's to go out and come back in um, occasionally to reset it. I was in a show last night where the audio got like garbled, got all mechanical sounding, and I had to keep going out and coming back in. So I don't know what this is. Well, I know what this is. It's a diary with a V on it, with little bombers and dropping bombs. It's got a pencil with it. 1943, 44 calendar in the back. Yeah, somebody the other day was trying to bid on something and it actually didn't get any bids, and they said they were trying to bid. So it's got Norman Bald's name on it. It's got his information there. Got little information, and then it's got diary pages. I don't know. It's like use gray dye on negative to cut red hair. I can't really make everything out, but it's a lot of stuff about might be painting. Not sure what was going on there. Cotton something sketch. Blonde or blend with finger. I don't know what is being talked about there. I can't make it out very well. But it doesn't take up much of the most of it's empty. Cute little book, World War II era. That is running. I'd rather it have some sort of gory and details about some campaign they were on, but I don't think that's what the text is about. Lots of colors and stuff mentioned. Thank you, Supreme. I don't think I've ever had one of those before. I had a lot of little diary type things like that, but there's one quite like that. Okay, 9AC is next, and apparently they occasionally have a pre-listed pre-bid button shows up in the admin and you're selling. It was gone for about a month or so. It's back, and I'm just going in the order it tells me. It doesn't seem to have any rhyme or reason to it. So this is the way I found it. I think this came from a dealer. I'll show what's in it. I didn't put them in there. You get the whole binder, the pages, the sleeves, the outer binder. And that's some sort of photographer camera case there on the ground behind that car. Some sort of letter from the Department of Agriculture. Treasury Department letter with war bond stamp on it from 1942. There's a first day cover with Patton from 1953. These things are postcards, real long ones that are unused, sort of comical ones. It looks like some of the photos, I didn't take them out, but like on that one, you can see it's identified. And I'm guessing these are press photos. That's the extent of it. But you get the whole thing, and that is a photo. It's just slid down in the front of it there. And that one's running. Thank you, Supreme. And the next one is 6BI and the Winchester box, we'll say. Subcaliber mortar trainer device, 3F8A. One of the tabs has come off. It's got the contents in it. Didn't count them. That is running. Thanks for the pre-bid suite. Thank you, TT. You get 4 of these matchbooks. I think they're completely full. Actually, I didn't open these until there's matches in them. Still real stiff. Probably never opened before. They've got advertising on them and some sort of military theme on the other side. And I'm going to run it while I'm showing them. And there's the last one, Victory Bonds. All 4 of them. Super nice condition. Whoops. That was from a coal company. Thank you, Terry. Not in perfect condition, but World War II era German postcard. With paratroopers. This is bigger than the standard American postcard. It's like a continental size. It is running. Thank you, Supreme. Do 7 AC next. And this is 1943 CD postcard. It's got a message on it. No stamp, but it was sent and postmarked. And that one is running. Thank you, Supreme. And 6BN will be next to war bonds. Oops. And it is not full, but it's in pretty nice condition, nice colors. It was $3. This is, which it's only up to $4, but a lot of times you find dealers write stuff on them in pencil. This is one time that the price is way below what it should be. It's got that many stamps. The rest is blank. Real nice condition on this. And that is running. Oh, good deal, Typhoon. I guess I was wrong. I looked that up and that was, you got a good deal on that, or else I looked it up wrong. I was surprised at what those things were selling for. Okay, 8AK is next. And this is a bunch of letters that were found all together. And I think they're all from the same. They all should be from the same state. And I believe a lot of them are the same person, probably written by the same soldier. These look like Korean War era, post World War II, 1940s, late 40s, early 50s to Anna Beck. Now, this one's not a letter. This one's from a wine cellar. But a lot of these are handwritten letters. A lot of them are airmail. Probably from that dude. See, they're handwritten. There's just a ton of them. Some newspaper clippings. Probably some other stuff mixed in there. I didn't go through this. I basically took a picture of the pile, like you saw. There's a bunch there. It'll keep you busy for a while, keep you entertained for a little while. So it's running. It's a big stack. Late 1940s, very early 1950s on them. Lots of airmails in there. Thank you, Supreme. And 8AJ is next. And it's another veteran's hat. And it says Hay Rake on it. I believe that's from Garland. That's where the Hay Rake magazine was published. So I'm guessing that's where it's at. It came from about around that area in Pennsylvania. But it's got some neat pins on it. Not in perfect condition. It's got some brooches. This thing here was probably one of those like Cracker Jack keychains that was a puzzle you put together. It's only got one piece left. 33rd Grand Scratch, Military Order of Cooties, 1952. Oh, it's got a patch inside of it. I didn't see that. Comes with an Indian patch in there. Oh, there's another one. That one's got that kind of patch. I have no idea what that is. We'll stick those back in there. But that's what you're getting. It's the cootie. And that is running. Thank you, Supreme. And 6BL is next. And this is was there 4 of them? 4 ration books. There are some stamps in them, not a ton, they're not full. Quite a few in that one. Oops. And this is the one. Oh. It says there were 4 in the title, but it looks like there's 5. So lots of stamps in there. So there's 5 ration books. And that is running. Thank you, Josh. Cheers. Seven BB is next. All right. Are there many bids on patches here? Okay, these patches, I guess I can show them real quick. The pictures on all these patches, if you haven't looked at them, if you blow up the pictures, you can see them in just as good a detail probably as me showing them here. But these are all new old stock. The space detachment. So you get all those patches, and it's running. These are the kind that have the Velcro on the back, so I stick to everything. That one doesn't. Thank you, Supreme. And we'll do 7 BC next. And this is, it's listed as a large cabinet card. Um, I don't know if that's technically the name of it or not. Um, this is a normal size cabinet card. This right here. But it's got the same general style of a cabinet card. It's got the photographer and the location and everything down there. But it's bigger and it's identified. On the back, it's like George McConnell at Military School, California. So, photo on board, giant cabinet card. Thank you, Vic. Okay, 8A is next. I don't think this is military. Um, I don't know what this is. It is what it is. It looks military, but I don't think that it really is. I think it's just a retro embroidered patch, probably from the 70s or something, but I'm not really sure. It's big. Is what it is. It's running. Thank you, Supreme. And 8AL. It's a pretty nice photo album. It's not got a lot of photos in it. It's mostly empty, but it stayed in pretty nice condition. It's got a faux like crocodile cover, snakeskin cover of some sort. But it's the album itself is pretty nice. That one's a postcard of guns on the USS Pennsylvania. There's some snapshots below it. Some kind of fur. I did. This is the way I found it. Actually, I think those are. It feels like that's glued in. Even though they've got corners on, these might be glued in. Found himself a friend. This is one of our, whatever that says. But I think that's it. There were a few pages that had corners that looked like, oh, no, there's a few more. But the rest is just empty. So unfortunately, it's not a, doesn't have 500 photos in it, but the album is pretty nice itself. That is running on the album with the photos in it. Thank you. Reserve metal. And that one's running. Nice condition. Thank you, Supreme. And here's another cadet photograph. This is how I found it. It was in that envelope. It's a CDV. So Civil War era, something like that. But I don't know where they come up with that information. That it was from the Kingston Military Academy, but that's what it says in the envelope I found it in. So that is running on the CDV, Canadian soldier around the Civil War era. Thank you, Tree. And this one's a little boy, and it's a CDV as well. And he's got a hat and sort of a military looking outfit on. Nothing written on it, no photographer's name or anything. No idea about any of the provenance or anything that goes with it. It's just me buying the picture like you see it. and it's CDV size. Thank you, Vic. Five BB. And I can't get closer with this phone, but click on the pictures down here on these little items, you can see them a lot better. But it's some sort of Soviet enameled pin with a MiG-31 jet on it, and that is running. Thank you, Bad Fun. And 6AG or AJ is next. And this is not a military item, but it's, I guess, military themed because it's American Navy plug tobacco. These are fairly scarce, but it's well used. It's got a boat on it there, and the leather is leather, and it's stamped American Navy plug tobacco. Oh, there's something in there. I wonder what it is. Tobacco. Oh, it's just a piece of paper. But the leather's still soft, but it's got that much wear to it already. And that's running. Plug tobacco advertising pouch. The snap does work. Thank you, Vic. Eight a.m. This is a list of soldiers' names from Wyoming County, New York. And that's what it is. It's a hardcover book. It's got some staining to it, but it's intact from 1919. And that's what it is. A list of soldiers from the different places that they, and dates and stuff. Not bad condition, and it's a pretty scarce book. And that's running. But they're all from Wyoming County, New York. Thank you, Bad Bomb. Okay, now for these ones, I am going to just leave these in the bags. 6AX, I'm going to pin it. Take a second. If you're interested in military buttons, click down there on the that, and it'll blow up. You can blow up the picture. So for these ones that are like little pins like this that have a whole bunch, um, do that. And I think you can see them better than what I can show them. If there's something you desperately have to see, tell me and I'll pull it out. But it'll take forever to show these individually. And I think you guys that know what you're doing can probably tell by the fronts of them in those pictures what they are. Hey, Rag, how are you? Lots of different styles and ages here, I think. But you're going to get all those ones that are pictured. And as they're running. And the other lots, if they've got bids on them that are like this, that have a whole bunch of little things, I'm going to do it the same way rather than take them out. Thank you. Bath bomb, those are yours. And 5BD, here's another one. I think these are in a little envelope. I'll pull up mine in my heat. So getting the whole lot. And those are right. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Got a silver crown. Check the rewards. And if you guys didn't hear me say earlier, if you got rewards for people's shows, the rewards coupons, the season, they have a seasons that last 3 months. They're ending, or the season's ending, I don't know, sometime soon, at the beginning of March. So if you've been saving up rewards coupons in people's shows to try to get a good deal, I've got a whole bunch of them that are for percentages off, but I know some people have like real high dollar ones, like save $20 or something. I assume they do. I don't know. All mine are for percentages off, and most of my stuff uh, in my other shows doesn't seem to sell for very much. So I know some people have like $20 off, $50 off, depends on the tier. This is a drill sergeant pin, I think. Google Lens told me that. I don't know if it lied to me or not. You can only believe half of what the AI tells you. But you're getting that thing right there. It's a pretty big one. How do you like the music, Ohio? Thank you, Backbone. You can add that to your repertoire in the morning for your shows. Start singing Marys and Dotes. Okay, this is one of these ones. I'm not going to show these. I'll show you the bag with them full. Click on the thing down there and blow it up if you want to look at them. There's a whole bunch of them. All that stuff is what's pictured down there in a nice, clear, high definition photo. It's running. I haven't offended anyone yet tonight, have I, Ohio? He's slacking. Bishy's not here to influence me to offend people. I still got 18 things with pre-bids. The night is young, Ohio. I'll get to that. Thank you, Bethel. Okay, 7AW next. Okay, this is a SA Sturm Battalion armband. This is the way I found it. Somebody had it glued in a scrapbook at one time. See, it's got glue on it on the corners. Oh, I don't have any givvies either. I know nothing about this. It was found in the state with military stuff. Like I said, at one point it was in an album. Zoom in if you have to. I didn't take pictures of the inside. That's what the inside looks like. But it is in immaculate condition. Don't know if it's like a newer thing that somebody made or whether it was not used or whether they killed somebody that just got it and was brand new. But it's got the old, it was in an old album at some point. It is what it is. SA armband. And it's running. And if you're wondering if I've got a bunch of these, no, I don't. I had this in the military show before, and the guy's payment didn't clear. And the last time I had it in there, it sold for over $200. So somebody thought it was real. Two people thought it was real and good. Knew nothing about it, but I don't have a bunch of them. I don't counterfeit them in my basement. Like I was accused of doing with 120-year-old postcards. But yeah, that's why I had that. If you were at my military show the last time I had one, that's why. You better find something more lucrative to counterfeit than Ohio. 6AE is next. I'm not quite sure how to determine what order these go in. They're all mixed up. I like to complain myself. So that those ones don't look like they were used. That one looks like it was used. I don't know what these are. You guys know more than I do. Army Air Force one with wings. Looks unused. Looks old. Looks old. Looks like it was ripped off a uniform or something. That's the lot. And that is running. Ohio, I'm gathering up a killer yeet bag of everything that falls on the floor during my paper shows. And again, these things are all pictured down there. Nice big pictures where you can blow up and look. Thank you, Supreme. Some of it I didn't even step on. AB is next. Well, I can dump the whole thing out and step all over it if you want. Airborne Ranger patches. These all look, I think these ones are probably all new old stock. That one looks like it was used. But these are all like unused, but probably vintage. And that is running. Look, Ohio, look how much crap you're getting that just fell on the floor. Thank you, BB. I even threw some sort of nursing card in there. I found it's not all from the floor. Some of it is. Another patch lot is 6 a.m. Same deal. You can look at the picture from Brad. Welcome in. If you just joined me, I'm going down to the pre-bids. New old stock. Looks like it was probably used. Looks, I don't know. Might be old stock. Probably, I don't know. So those are running. From Iceland to the 82nd Airborne. Whoops. Thank you, helmet guy. Every time I have one of these shows, which I haven't had one for a while, but I was having them about every month there for a while. People give me all sorts of insightful knowledge that I have a very short term memory. And if you've never done one of these shows, there's a lot of stuff that goes on that you don't see, and it's hard for me to retain this stuff, but I will try to remember anything you tell me. 6 BM. Here's another lot. Click on it while I'm getting it because I'm not going to show all this stuff either. It's a bunch of tiny stuff. Bunch of pins and buttons. There's a challenge coin in there. Did you retire, Jason? This is everything that's down there. And that is funny. Yeah, she's a main groupie. I think I fell asleep to him the other night. Well, I didn't fall asleep to him, but I think I fell asleep while he was playing his coin game. Thank you, John. Those are yours. And 5AZ is next. I think this is a vet's pin of some sort. Annual encampment. It's like a vet's logo. 1951. It says delegate. So you're not in the military then, Jason, anymore, but you didn't retire. Is that what you're saying? And that is running. Hey, Dawn. Thank you, Supreme. Yours. And the next one is 5AP. And this is another one that Google Lens told me what it was. So I don't know if the AI is correct, but that's where I got that information from. Said it was an officer's hat badge from Korea. And that is running. Did he win, Dawn? Or is it still going on? Thank you, Nopar. That's probably a good deal based on what I looked it up. I don't look up a lot of this stuff, but I was curious as to what that thing was. But that seems like it was probably a pretty good deal on that. 5AS is a Sterling Production Award pin. The enamel's pretty nice on it. Nice condition. And that is right. And if you haven't followed me or whatever on here, give me a follow if you like these shows, these military shows. I'll probably start having one every so often again. And thank you, Beth Bum. I kind of got behind. I was running a store and had to move out. They sold it. Um, so I haven't had one in a while. This next thing I thought was pretty neat. But I sell a lot of ephemera. Maybe that's why. 6BS. This is an old like menu and program from a Christmas dinner at the Naval Hospital in Norfolk, Virginia. But it's embossed, and you really can't tell that. I guess you can if you see that side. But really fancy embossing and gilding on it. It's got a picture of Santa Claus, 1917. It's got the Naval Hospital picture on the back. A little bit of staining on the rust staining on the staple there in the middle. Cream of tomato soup, yum. But really neat little card from 1917 from the Naval Hospital. And that is running. Thank you, Supreme. That was a pretty rare piece. That's pretty neat. Your soup is pretty good. Did you have some butterfly made taco soup tonight? 7 AD. That guy in the bottom left has quite the haircut. But World War One era soldiers. Somebody had it pasted in a album at some point. But RPPC, that one is running. No identification. Taco soup. Thank you, Supreme. She's cooking, and it smelled like tacos down here. That's what she said it was, a soup. So 6 BE. This thing is broken. But it's incredibly rare. I don't know what it's from. Somebody online I saw had one that said it was listed. They had it listed as from the Centennial. It came apart. It's an embroidered. Was it Stevens graph? Like silk. The tassel should be hanging down like that. But it's by Tilton Son in Patterson, New Jersey. I think that it says in the title, if you can see the whole title, how many stars it was. I think it was 38. Dates around 1870s. But it's a bookmark or something. It's really neat, but it's came apart. But super, super, super rare. And that is running. It's got the Star Spangled Banner on it. All embroidered. It's got a little hole in it. Thank you, Supreme. Okay, I had one of these boxes on Sunday. It was basically the same thing. This is the last of these I have. This is pretty much a whole flat rate box full of patches. New old stock. There's a lot of duplicates. These are type they're Velcro. And like I said on Sunday, you get a whole bunch of baggies if nothing else. But that whole box is running. It's a large flat rate box full, and that is running. I don't know what they're from. There's some Desert Storm looking ones. Some navy ones. Thank you, helmet guy. Five AF is another medal of some sort. American Legion medal. And that is running. Welcome in. If you just joined, I'm going down through the pre-listed items that have pre-bids, and it's all military themed stuff tonight. Thank you, Supreme. Don't forget to use your rewards coupons. So 6 BK is a field sewing kit, and it's got a lot of crap in it. What what did you what did you do to get the award, Don? Look, it's got some rust on the pins. Rust on the scissors, but they're scissors. It looks like a needle threader, sewing tape, a bunch of different thread up there. There's a thimble stuck down in there. And thread looks original. More needles that are rusty. So not perfect, but it's intact. A sewing kit. And that is running. I did not attend my graduation. I didn't jab myself. And whoever buys it's been warned that they're in there. I probably am due for a tetanus shot. I haven't had one in a while. Thank you, Supreme. And we'll get a civil defense armband. Is next. It's rough. Just like the picture shows. From Jamestown, New York. I think the elastic's probably still a little bit stretchy. But that is running. On the civil defense armband. That could be done. Or just not available. Thank you, Bathbone. 6AF is another lot of patches. Click on the photo while I grab them here and put this one in the back of his bag. Again, this is another mix of what looks like new old stock and old used. And if you happen to be watching on Facebook or YouTube, you have to come over to Whatnot to be able to bid on this stuff. So again, I don't know what they are, but a mix of different ages in there. And those are running. Thank you again, Supreme. And 6AC. Another one of the patches. Same deal. I think it's a. I just grabbed patches from my pile and stuck them out there to take pictures of. But I think there's some old ones, some newer ones, some unused ones. And a name tag. Those are running. Thank you, him again. I know nothing about this. There's no captions, no identification. They're in some kind of uniform. I don't know if it's a military, band, both, or some sort of initials or monogram on that guy's like breastplate there. It is what it is. It's a CDV, Civil War era. Don't know. And that is funny. Somebody requested that Southern Gal. They said they wanted wartime music. So I chose World War II time music. They weren't specific about what war they were wanting music from. If they wanted Cold War era music and wanted to listen to new wave, then they're probably disappointed. Thank you, Vic. 6AG is next. And not a lot of patches, same deal, some old, some new. So those are running. Thank you, Josh. And I think that's all the pre-bids there were. So I'm going to go back to some lots of photos and manuals and ephemera. If there's something somebody wants me to run, I will check the pre-bids, see if anybody else pre-bids on anything after a while. We do a lot of photos here. And these are just assorted military related snapshots. Show them and then I'll run them. Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. It's like the Capitol, I think. Gettysburg. Don't know. Washington Mansion. Don't know. There's Niagara Falls and some more buildings. These weren't very military related. They were in my military pile. So you can get all those. I'm going to keep adding to it because those were only vaguely military related. Identified on the back of that one. He's got a crocodile that he's touching inappropriately. That was dated 1953. Soldier standing outside a synagogue center. Old tinted one. That's Uncle Eddie. Nope, that's Uncle Elmer. They thought it was Eddie, but it's Elmer. Okay, you're gonna get all those, and then I'm hoping this is military related in here. It was in the military pile. All those plus whatever's in this little snapshot album. They're playing baseball. Wonder if it's military playing baseball. Oh yeah, it looks like there's barracks in the background. Oh, and right there, Cacti Field. 35th Infantry, I think is what it says in the sign. So you're gonna get this and all those photos. And that is running. Add some to it if anybody bids. Nobody bids, so we'll just add a couple to it. Thank you, Matt Fong. Basic Field Manual, Interior Guard Duty, 1942. Pretty nice condition. I'll make a little lot of these. There's a radio communication field manual from 1944. So you need those two. And technical manual, conduct of field artillery fire using air observation from 1942 from the Air Force Library. So you're going to get all three of those field manuals from the World War II era, and that is running. All three are in real nice condition. Thank you, Beth. Okay, this is a Air Force hat with the pin on it. Pretty nice condition. Looks like it had another pin stuck in it back there. A little stain or something, but not bad. Air Force cap with the pin. That is running. Thank you, Sabrina. Don't know. I don't know if you can tell what it is by the thing on his hat. I'm guessing it's early 1900s, right around the turn of the century. It's a little bit bigger than a cabinet card. That's a standard cabinet card, but it's mounted on board and it says Frank Carson, I think. There's something written above it in pencil, Mary something. It's got a little bit of a crease in it. And that's running. Hey, Dustin, how are you? Should be pre-World War One, I believe. It's another hat. 62 stump jumpers. I don't know where it's from. Somewhere in Pennsylvania, obviously. Oh, it's but felt hat. It's got little dangle tank or little tassels on the side of it. Fairly nice condition. That one's running. And after that, I'm going to do a military postcard lot. Thank you, Supreme. Okay, this is going to be a lot of postcards. And there might be some real photo postcards I have around here in my little piles of stuff. I think this is. I think this is pretty much all going to be one lot of postcards. Is about all I had separated out with those military. So there's quite a few here. You're going to get the whole stack. It's a newer chrome, unknown soldier. Naval Training Station, Newport, Rhode Island. Another linen Naval Training Center, unused. Anchors of Constellation, another one from Newport, another linen, probably World War II era. Another Navy training station with the French and Belgian armies. This one's probably early. Looks like 1917 on that one. Observation Point, Petawawa, 1907. That one's got an undivided back that somebody drew a line on it to divide it. Artillery on the March at West Point, 1909. There's a newer one. It's still vintage, but it's a Canadian Mounties. These ones are relatively modern here. That one, and that one. I don't see a date on, but those are relatively new. Still probably 20 or 30 years old, but some chromes that are newer. Snodgrass House, Thomas Headquarters, Chickamauga Park, Georgia. There's another one of those wall ones. That's World War One era. This is a foreign real photo postcard here. And there's a couple soldiers in there in that stream. Hard to see. Pretty rough Continental one from the 70s. Picture postcard of the four wall battery. Looks foreign. Another foreign real photo postcard of it's like some sort of office. We all love the Soldier Boys. World War One era. And I don't know, he looks foreign to me. Yeah, it's like a French one or some sort of foreign one. So you're gonna get all of those that I just showed. They range in age from about 1900 to probably the 1970s. Yeah, all of them. And it's running. Thank you, Basketball. All right, I'm gonna do another little lot of field manuals. Real nice condition. 1953 remote control equipment. A little bit worse condition. 1943 frequency meter set. And instruction book for interphone equipment from 1942. Real nice condition on that one too. So there's 3 field manuals, 1 money, and those are running. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Okay, this next lot is going to be a lot of bigger photos, some that are in folders. I'll show them and then I'll run it. This one is dated 1943. Any old magazines or comics, um, like military magazines. Um, I think there might be a few around here. So these are in the folders that fold up, or this one like to make a little frame that stands up. Oh, this one's got several in it. After the war, Uncle Fred Oswald. It's identified, dated 1919 on that one. That's Elmer Brunner, identified. And that real photo postcard is unidentified. Around World War One on those real photos. That was kind of rough. The photo's nice. The frame around it's kind of rough. That one, the sailor. The neat Art Nouveau embossed lady on it. Oh, and you got two of them. You can give one to a friend. Those are the same photos. So that's gonna be one whole lot, and that is running. Two sailors, that one. This one had the three real photo postcards from World War One. That dude from World War II, 1943, it was dated. And that guy. Thank you, Bethel. All right, let's see what I got in the way of magazines here. American Legion magazine, December 1945. Not in perfect condition by any means. Got some dog ear in the corners, a little bit of bending. But American Legion magazine, 1945. That is running. Thank you, Supreme. This is a newspaper. Somebody put it in this plastic. I'm not going to take it out. But it is from December 21st, 1944. Germans hurled 250,000 men into offensive. It's got a political cartoon. It's got some cracking and some staining on it like that. Looks like it's probably very brittle. Rocky Mountain News from Denver. And that is running. Thank you, Supreme. And you got this graphic action 1993. Looks like it just off the newsstand. I don't know. I'm guessing Korea. I don't know though. Oops. Don't know what language that is. Don't know anything about it. Nice condition though. Graphic Action 1993. And that's running. Thank you, Bath Bomb Lady. Okay, let's do a photo op. Some of these here are some of these together. They're cut. Some of them are cut down real photos, real photo postcards that are from some other country. I can't read it. It says 1914 on it. Looks like it's German writing. But like this one, it's cut down real photo. Somebody was trying to sell for $2. Some type of soldiers with great facial hair by a Christmas tree, also cut down. He's got a Red Cross armband on, and there's a Red Cross sign there too. 1916 also got foreign writing on it. Some sort of Christmas party. I don't know, this might have been in a hospital. They got striped outfits on, but it looks like they're eating and it looks like there's hospital beds there. More Christmas party pics. Also a cut down the photo. Oh, here's a photo. This is just a picture postcard. Marine serpent. Another cut down foreign real photo. I don't know what the language is in that. Another one, soldiers on a train. Different photo of soldiers on the train. Another cut down real photo. Soldiers in like a gazebo or pergola. Another cut down. Another cut down. Something about Austria and the Belgian front or something. Looks like German on the back. Photo. That's a long photo card that's cut down, and so is this one. So those are all, most of those are right around World War One. Those are running. Get that whole pile I just showed. A lot to cut down foreign soldiers, cut down real photo postcards. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Okay, here's a small lot of military letters. This one's from 1953. Please do not ban what's inside of it. Big, thick handwritten letter. There's one from 1944. There's one from 1940 something. 46. That one's empty. That one's got a letter in it. And that one's got a letter in it from 1953. So it looks like there's, in that little lot there, it looks like there was 3 different people that were writing back home at different times. So those are running in that little handful. Here, and I'll throw in the NRA consumer, like a bond ad or something. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Do another little lot of field manuals. Crystal radio equipment of some sort. 1939. It was. You need another one, Dover? That one's from 44. Oh, this isn't a field manual. It just looks like one. Let's talk it over. 1943. This one's kind of falling apart, but it's a Red Cross one. Get those 3. And cabinet from 1945. I'm assuming it's a radio cabinet. So 3 field manuals and whatever that Red Cross thing was. Hello, Sphinx. And those are running. 4 of them. World War II era. 45, 44, 44, 39. Images. I've been selling World War II images for the past 3 hours. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Oh, you got to call off work when I have a military show. You got to stop what you're doing. Just walk out of work. Say, I'm not going to take this. I've got military photos to look at. Look, Fishy. Tensions within the Soviet Union. I don't know if there are any pre-bids, Fishy. Oh, we got more pre-bids. I went through them all, but people must be bidding on some more stuff. Um, I'll do a few more lots here. I'll lot some things up here, and then do a couple lots of photos, and then we'll do the pre-bids. And then I don't know. We'll see. The ideology of freedom versus the ideology of communism. 1958. That one's from 1953. This is a mixed lot of things that come out of binders. Some of them. That's a cavalry machine gun personnel from 1921 on this one. I just said, where's my fishing? National Guard and Reserve Officer School. Notes on Communications from 1927. Fortification, Explosives and Demolitions from 1926. National Guard Officer School, something from 1928. Infantry Drill and Combat Signals from 1930 or 1923. And there's a bunch of these. You guys that resell can stick these in your booth one at a time. 1944 Wartime Method of Voting by members of the armed forces. Okay, we'll do them here in a little bit. So you're gonna get that whole pile. There's a whole bunch, whatever I just said and showed, and that's running. Oh, and there's another one that was in my hand. 1966 Study of the Anatomy of Communist Takeovers. Thank you, Bath Bomb. So who's in here that's buying stuff? Bath Bomb and Supreme. All right, I'm gonna go down through the pre bids, um, and then I'm gonna call it a night for the pre bids. I'll don't leave yet, Supreme and Bath Bomb. I got a couple other things. I've got a whole bunch of manuals. Um, I think what I'm gonna do with the manuals is I'm gonna put them in flat rate boxes for Sunday. Um, I've got here. This is one stack of them, big thick ones, and I've got some other ones that are smaller, thinner over to the other side of me here. Two stacks of them. Um, but I'm gonna get through the pre-list and stuff, and then do some photos, and then I think I'm gonna call it a night because there's a whole bunch there, and you're probably gonna have a fit. Um, you're interested in them all. Well, um, yeah, maybe we'll do that. Work out something for Sunday with flat rate boxes because they're gonna be. I'm gonna have to. I got different weights put in, but it's gonna be a huge shipment. Um, there was no real way easy way to split this stuff up. So let me get through the pre-listed stuff that has pre-bids right now. We'll do 6BD. Okay, for these ones, oh, Bishy's telling me what I'm supposed to do. I got 6BD. Then we'll do 6AH. Um, yeah, I think the only photo lots that I had in the pre-listed stuff sold. I've got more sitting here. Um, I'll do them after the pre-bids. This is 6BD. These ones that Bishy's telling me about, I'll do those too. And if there are lots of this little stuff, if you just got here, click on down there, because I'm just going to show them like this. I'm not going to pull them out individually. And that is running on all that stuff. There's bars, there's pins, looks like there's metals. There's a patch, couple patches. There's this one has that really old eagle pin that I don't know what it is. But it's now yours, Supreme. Thank you. And Bishy says 6AH. And it's another lot of patches. That one looks like it's a new one or unused one. And the name tag. So those ones are running. Oops. Thank you, homie guy. And now we'll do 6AN. Get more patches. And we'll do 6BB after this. So again, looks like a mix of vintage, used, and new old stock. So those ones are running. Fishy. Butterfly made taco soup tonight. So excited. Thank you, Supreme. Do 6BB. And another lot of patches. Same deal. Some old, new old stock. Look and see what they are because I don't know. And that's just a iron-on eagle patch. That's not military, obviously. So that's running. Thank you, my guy. More patches. The 7 that are pictured. And this one's running. Thank you, Supreme. And we'll go with 6BG next. And I'm not going to take these out of the bag. Take a look at that picture real quick while I grab them. Is that how many it is, Bishy? Most of it's small and flat. So you're going to get all those buttons, some pins, the marksman medal, name tag, all that stuff. One money. That's right. I forgot to ask Dawn how many she had to package last night. Thank you, Bath Bomb. And 7AH. World War II era German postcard. This one's pretty nice. It's got a little tear in it up there. But a little bit nicer than the last one. It's got the German flags on the tugboats. And that is running. Thank you, Supreme. All right, let's do some photos. Grab a big stack of them here. Okay. This is about the extent of the snapshots that I had gathered up, military wise. Some bigger ones here, but I'm gonna. Oh, I know what. I'm gonna do this first. Thank you, Bishy. All right, all these ones are kind of warpy. That's the way I found them, but I found them all together. Apparently, they were military related. Oh yeah, we got sailors. So I'm gonna sell this whole lot together. Let's show them first, real quick. Navy boats, water, water, water in a boat, another boat, sailors, more sailors, more sailors, more sailors, sailors swapping the deck. No cows tonight. Sailor, sailor, spotlight, sailor looking tired. Another sailor in the spotlight. Sailor by the telescope. Boats. I think he's doing his laundry. Sailor. Boats. Airplane in the sky taken from a boat. Sailor looking at something. Sailors standing around. Water in an island. Sailors. Boats. Airplanes and boats. Front of boat. Airplane landing on the water. Boats. Airplane. Boats. Sailors. Sailors. So Navy, uh, I don't know, when is that? World War II era. Whole little stack of them, kind of warpy. That's the way I found them. Get that whole little stack that I just showed. Lots of sailors and boats. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Bath Bomb and Supreme, you still here? So, you guys want more photos? The person that wanted the photos and interrupted the show 3 times apparently didn't want them. She was looking for something else. Well, you're looking for corpses on the battlefield that I might just pull out in the middle of a show while I'm doing other things, and you might snag for nothing. Hey, Bath Bombing, uh, uh, Bath Bomb and uh, Supreme. Uh, if you each tip me $10, I'll divvy up the rest of these and just stick them in with your stuff. I'll just go every other one with what I have left. There's a ton of them there. I'll give you Pokemon cards. You want to do that? Okay, if you're okay with that, Supreme and Bath Bomb. And I think what I'm gonna do, I mean, I didn't sell everything I had out by any means, but the photos are usually the thing that people like. Um, and rather than sit here all night going through this stuff, I think what I'll do, military vehicles that aren't boats or planes. Um, what was my New Year's resolution, Bishy? Um, I think with these manuals that I've got sitting around here and some of this other stuff, I think what I'll do is I'll make up some flat rate boxes for Sunday. Um, you've Bath Bomb, I know you've been there. Supreme, I do Sunday morning at 10 o'clock Eastern time. I do antiques usually. And I'll probably be doing ephemera again this week, which I've been doing for the past couple of weeks. But I think I'll make up some flat rate boxes, the large kind, with these manuals in them. And I'll put them in that show and I'll just start them at $1. Um, and then I'll have them pre-listed. And if you want to come in and pre-bid on them and you don't want to be there, then you can do that. Maybe you can pick them up. But I mean, I envision if there's only a few people in here, if you guys want them, you're just going to be bidding each other up, and it's going to be 5 hours of me selling things for $2 and showing them. Uh, if that's okay, I think I'll do that. Sorry, Sphinx. I just I've been selling since 5, and I'm ready to be done. um, so it'll take me a day or so. But check sometime Sunday or Saturday afternoon or something, and I'll try to have them on there by then. And yeah, I think that'll work. Um, and you guys, I don't know. I guess I know Bath Bomb resells Supreme. I assume you resell. Uh, you ought to be able to get good deals on them, but they are heavy. But I'll jam as much as I can in there because I would like them to disappear. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Um, go to. I didn't know she was on, but yes, we can do that. So thank you guys for coming. Most everybody's gone. I appreciate all the bids. I will have some more of these. Like I said before, I uh, got moving there or had to move and stuff. I was having one of these about every couple months, and I'll start gathering stuff up again. But thank you guys for coming. Thank you very much for the bids. We're gonna rate out. We're gonna go to Penguin Boss, see what she's selling. I assume she's selling paper. So thank you guys, and you guys, like I said, check my Sunday show in a day or so, and I'll get you some flat rate boxes full of stuff. You can pick up a bunch at one time. Thank you guys. Thank you, Bath Bomb. Have a good night, guys. Thank you, Bishy. See you later, Sphinx.